The cancels federal public holiday on June 12. In business, foreign exchange reserves fall by $169 million to $47.436 billion. And on the foreign scene, Israeli forces kill 3 Palestinians, injures 500. Hello there, and many thanks for joining us on Superscreen News at 8, broadcasting to you live from Lagos. I am Adinke Oweye Ajiboye. The federal government says June 12 this year will not be marked as a public holiday following a declaration as the New Democracy Day. The federal government said while it will not be marked this year, June 12, in future years, will replace May 29 as a national public holiday in celebration of Nigeria Democracy Day. The president had earlier made the declaration on Wednesday in honor of the late businessman and politician Moshood Abiola, who ran for presidency on June 12, 1993. President Buhari also conferred a posthumous GCFR title on him as the presumed winner of the election. Now, the Senate has passed the amended version of the Electoral Act, removing all contentious sections. The passage follows deliberation at the rare chamber after the chairman of the Committee on INEC, Senator Suleiman Nazif, presented the committee's report at Thursday's plenary. As part of the amendment of the Electoral Act, any electoral officer responsible for the omission of political party logo risks imprisonment for up to 2 years.
Section 25 and 15235 do stand deleted based on the President's observation. B. That Section 138C and D should be retained as contained in the Principal Act of the Electoral Act 2010 as amended. C. That Section 49 is further amended by inclusion of subsection 3 to wit, where a smart card reader deployed for accreditation of voters failed to function in any unit and a fresh card reader is not deployed, the election in that unit shall be cancelled and another election shall be scheduled within 24 hours. Section 140 is amended to include C to wit, where the election is postponed due to the omission of a political party's name or logo. The Commission's officer responsible for such printing of party's name or logo commits an offence and is liable on conviction to a fine of 2 million naira or imprisonment or both for 2 years.
Following the passage of the Electoral Act, the Deputy Senate President, Ike Ekweremadu, says it will enhance the 2019 general elections.
We've learned from some of the experience of the past, and this amendment will enhance the value and quality of the 2019 election. So we hope and believe that within a short period, the President will find it necessary to sign this bill into law. We've sent a similar bill to the President, and there were some contentious issues which we have now removed to ensure that we save the other provisions which are also germane for as we approach 2019 election.
In a related development, the Senate has reversed the confirmation of Monday Udo Tom as Resident Electoral Commissioner for Akwa Ibom State as a result of the appointment of order raised by Senator Basi Akpan.
Mr. President, I wish to draw the attention of the committee on INEC, headed by my brother, Senator Nazif, to the fact that I had actually received, and the committee had received, a petition against this nominee, which was received on the 5th of February 2018. and the report of the committee that was laid before the Senate and considered therefrom, which led to the screening, of this nominee, Mr. President, did not take cognizance of the fact that there is a petition against the nominee. I have with me the report of that committee on page 5. There is no reference whatsoever, Mr. President, to the fact that a petition that was submitted and copied to all the senators representing Akwa Ibom State was against this committee.
The committee on INEC, the committee on ethics received a petition, but we wanted the INEC to finish their own report before we can be able to just oppose what they have done with our own report. That petition is still with the committee on ethics, and we have not sent in our report yet.
Is subsequently referred to the Committee on INEC for further legislative work. And away from that, former President Olusegun Obasanjo has raised an alarm that President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration has put his name on a security watch list. Obasanjo claimed security agencies are plotting to arrest and put him in detention. The former president made these allegations in a statement signed by his media aide, Kehinde Akinyemi, in Abeokuta. Obasanjo said the present administration wanted to blackmail him into abandoning his divine mandate to protect the rights of Nigerians to a better life. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) rally to receive former Ikpoba Okara Council chairperson Itoha Ogbede and thousands of her loyalists who decamped from the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) has turned violent with the invasion of thugs. Reacting to the state party chairman, Dan Obi decried the intimidation, which to him is gradually becoming the hallmark of politics in Edo State. The report.
That is the scene at the People's Democratic Party (PDP) Secretariat in Ikpoba Oka, Benin City, which played host to some party bigwigs who had gathered to receive the decampees from the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC). Speaking on the situation, the state party chairman Dan Obi decried the intimidation, which to him is gradually becoming the hallmark of politics in Edo State.
What we are going through today is something that I would like to say we are happy to do on behalf of our people.
Thank you.
We are making a sacrifice so that our today and tomorrow can be better.
When the former council boss mounted the podium to announce her defection, these suspected political thugs defied the presence of armed policemen and interjected with kicking, shoving, shouting, and ringing bells to disrupt the rally. However, some angry PDP faithful who could no longer tolerate the audacity in the ensuing scuffle nearly mobbed one of the thugs before he was rescued by the security men who promptly arrested him. Meanwhile, 3 of the suspected hoodlums were seen being whisked away by the police. With calls put across to the Edo State Police spokesman, Chidi Nwabuzo said he was unaware of the mayhem and promised to get feeds from the police on ground.
And now the national leadership of the All Progressives Congress (APC) has warned Imo State Governor Rochas Okorocha against making wild and unsubstantiated allegations regarding the party's conduct of congresses in the state and its handling of the disputes. Okorocha had earlier accused the APC National Chairman John Oyegun of trying to destroy the party because his tenure is almost over. The governor also vowed to institute a legal action against Oyegun for allegedly disobeying court orders. In a statement by its spokesperson Bolaji Abdullahi, APC said Okorocha's allegations are spurious as the party did not at any time receive any court injunctions regarding the congresses in Imo State. The Secretary General Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, Makban Usman Baba Ngilzima, has accused the Benue State governor of promoting hatred by enacting the anti-open aggression law. Baba Ngilzima, who disclosed this to journalists, said the law will not solve the problem but rather aggravate the ember of hatred in the state. According to Baba Ngilzima, the purpose of establishing laws is to create peace and harmony rather than conflict. He also called on the state government to provide another alternative that will accommodate both parties and prevent further loss of lives and properties in the state. The Comptroller General of the Nigerian Prison Service, NPS, Jafaru Ahmed, says 55 of the 210 inmates that escaped at the Minna New Prison have been recaptured. Ahmed disclosed this in Abuja during an emergency meeting with top officers of the service on the security breach in Minna Prison. He said reports of investigations into the attack in the prison is being awaited. You'll recall that a known gunman had stormed the facility last Sunday, overpowered the personnel and released 210 inmates. The gunman also shot and killed a prison officer that was resuming duty and motorcyclist that conveyed him. And our 10 communities have been sacked by bandits at Madatown in the Guzau local government area of Zamfara State, leading to 1 dead. No fewer than 200 bandits were said to have descended on the communities, rustling cows and other animals and forcing villagers to flee. Deputy Governor Zamfara Ibrahim Wakala, who disclosed this, appealed to the federal government to come to their rescue. He expressed dismay at the way the bandits rendered residents of the communities, particularly women and children, homeless. You're still watching Superscreen's flagship news. Coming up in business. Foreign exchange reserves fall by $169 million to $47.436 billion. Join us for details of this and more after this time out. Well, it's so glad to have you back now in Business World. The nation's foreign exchange reserves has fallen by $169 million to $47.436 billion on Wednesday. The reserves, which goes at $47.605 billion last month, when it recorded its first decline in 8 months, slipped to $47.793 billion on May 14 from $47.865 billion on May 10. Head of Research, FSDH Merchant Bank, Ayodele Akume, said the pressure on demand from foreign investors is mainly responsible for the low growth in the external reserves. He also said the 30-day moving average external reserves increased by 0.36%, up from $47.49 billion at end April to $47.66 billion at May 28, 2018. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, says it may conduct bi-weekly bidding sessions for the sale of Chinese currency to authorized dealers. You will recall that CBN in May signed an agreement with the PBOC to facilitate trade between the two countries and enhance foreign reserve management. The PBOC-CBN bilateral currency swap agreement will allow the two countries to swap a total of 15 billion naira renminbi for 720 billion naira or vice versa in the next 3 years, but the deal can be extended by mutual consent. According to CBN, the currency swap will also be used to maintain financial market stability and for other purposes that both parties may agree on. The Nigeria Customs Service says it has recorded its highest ever monthly revenue collection of 100.1 billion naira in May this year. The Comptroller General of Customs, Hamid Ali, disclosed this at the graduation of senior division course of one participant held in Abuja. The Customs CJ said the fees recorded in the area of revenue generation is as a result of the reforms embarked upon by the management of the NCS under his leadership. He said with the blockage of leakages and revenue, the service is ready to generate more revenue for the federal government. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NEC) says it has cleared 8 more firms and issued each of them a new objection to serve as meter asset providers in the electricity supply industry. According to NEC, the new additions bring to 30 the number of companies it has approved to participate in the procurement and installation of meters across the country in order to bridge the 4 million metering gap. The Commission's head of media unit, Vivian Mbonu, who discussed this, said NERC has granted 8 additional new objections to successful applicants to participate in the procurement process for meter in the Nigerian electricity supply industry. If you've just joined us, you're watching Superscreen News at 8. Still ahead on the news. Israeli forces kill 3 Palestinians, injures 500 more. Details of these and more coming up after the timeout. Well, it's so glad to have you back. Now in international news. Health officials in the Gaza Strip say Israeli forces have killed at least 3 Palestinians and injured 500 more during protests near the fence with Israel. Israeli troops shot and killed Haytham al-Jamal east of Khan Yunis in southern Gaza Strip. Gaza Health Ministry says at least 386 Palestinian protesters near the fence with Israel have been wounded by Israeli forces. The ministry says 5 of the wounded are in serious condition. Canada's Senate has approved a bill to legalize recreational marijuana. In a marathon session that lasted over 6 months, or 6 hours, beg your pardon, the Senate voted 56 to 30 with 1 abstention in favor